My trip to Djibouti. Djibouti is bounded by Eritrea to the north, Ethiopia to the west and southwest, and Somalia to the south. The Gulf of Tajara, which opens into the Gulf of Aden, bifurcates the eastern half of the country and supplies much of its 230 miles, 370 kilometers, of coastline. The landscape of Djibouti is varied and extreme, ranging from rugged mountains in the north to a series of low desert plains separated by parallel plateaus in the west and south. Its highest peak is Mount Musa at 6,654 feet, 2,028 meters. The lowest point, which is also the lowest in Africa, is the saline Lake Assal, 509 feet, 155 meters, below sea level. The landscape of Djibouti is varied and extreme, ranging from rugged mountains in the north to a series of low desert plains separated by parallel plateaus in the west and south. Its highest peak is Mount Musa at 6,654 feet, 2,028 meters. The lowest point, which is also the lowest in Africa, is the saline Lake Assal, 509 feet, 155 meters, below sea level. Religion. More than 9/10 of the population is Muslim, nearly all adhere to the Sunni branch of Islam. Some Christian religions are represented in Djibouti, including Eastern Orthodoxy and Roman Catholicism. The country is internationally renowned as a geologic treasure trove. Located at a triple juncture of the Red Sea, Gulf of Aden, and East African rift systems, the country hosts significant seismic and geothermal activity. Slight tremors are frequent, and much of the terrain is littered with basalt from past volcanic activity. In November 1978, the eruption of the Ardukoba volcano, complete with spectacular lava flows, attracted the attention of volcanologists worldwide. Of particular interest was the tremendous seismic activity that accompanied the eruption and led to the widening by more than a meter of the plates between Africa and the Arabian Peninsula. The country is internationally renowned as a geologic treasure trove. Located at a triple juncture of the Red Sea, Gulf of Aden, and East African rift systems, the country hosts significant seismic and geothermal activity. Slight tremors are frequent, and much of the terrain is littered with basalt from past volcanic activity. In November 1978, the eruption of the Ardukoba volcano, complete with spectacular lava flows, attracted the attention of volcanologists worldwide. Of particular interest was the tremendous seismic activity that accompanied the eruption and led to the widening by more than a meter of the plates between Africa and the Arabian Peninsula. Djibouti. Country in East Africa. Djibouti, on the Horn of Africa, is a mostly French and Arabic-speaking country of dry shrublands, volcanic formations and Gulf of Aden beaches. It's home to one of the saltiest bodies of water in the world, the low-lying Lake Assal, in the Darnakal Desert. The nomadic Afar people have settlements along Lake Abyei, a body of salt water featuring chimney-like mineral formations. Djibouti, officially the Republic of Djibouti, is a country located in the Horn of Africa. It is bordered by Somaliland, in the south, Ethiopia in the southwest, Eritrea in the north, and the Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden in the east. Across the Gulf of Aden is Yemen. Djibouti, a small African country famous for its stunning landscapes. Lake Assal. Khor-Ambado Beach, Djibouti. Place Menelik, Djibouti. Day Forest National Park, Djibouti. Lake Abyei, Ethiopia-Djibouti border. Hamoudi Mosque, Djibouti City. Arta Beach, Arta. Who founded Djibouti? Founded in 1285 by the Wallachma dynasty, it was centered in Zayla. Afat established bases in Djibouti and Somaliland, and from there expanded southward to the Amar Mountains. Its Sultan Umar Wallachma, or his son Ali, according to another source, is recorded as having conquered the Sultanate of Shua in 1285. What is Djibouti famous for? The country's Lilliputian aspect belies its regional and geopolitical importance. The capital is the site of a modern deep-water port that serves Indian Ocean and Red Sea traffic and hosts a French naval base. Djibouti City is also the railhead for the only line serving Addis Ababa, the capital of neighboring Ethiopia. What animals live in Djibouti? These consists mainly of three near-endemic species of reptiles: the Ogaden burrowing asp, Atractaspis leucumlas, Ragaz's cylindrical skink, Chalcides ragazii, and Indian leaf-toed gecko, Hemidactylus flavivirides. In its animal reserves, Djibouti has antelopes, gazelles, hyenas, and jackals. Is Djibouti a safe country? In general, crime levels in Djibouti are relatively low, and not just in comparison to some of its immediate neighbors, think Somalia and Eritrea. That's not to say that the country is crime-free, so you should always use your common sense and be particularly alert for pickpockets and theft in general. History of Djibouti. There is evidence of human settlement on the eastern coastline of Djibouti dating back to the Bronze Age. From 1862 until 1894, the land to the north of the Gulf of Tadjoura was called Abuk and was ruled by Somali and Afar sultans, local authorities with whom France signed various treaties between 1883 and 1887 to first gain a foothold in the region. 3, 4, 5. The exchange of Franco-British diplomatic notes of the 2nd and the 9th of February 1888 fixed the territorial limit between the colonies of the two countries, leaving explicitly under French authority the southern coasts of the Gulf of Tadjoura, including a peninsula composed of insubmersible plateau, Ras Djibouti as a highly strategic location, a future bridgehead for French designs in the rest of Africa and Asia. It is then that this point begins to be used as departure for caravans towards Harar. Thank you for watching.